show you some special effects today. In fact, we're going to show you some movies and television clips and show you the special effects up on the screen first, how the special effects looked on the screen. And then we're going to demonstrate how those effects were done right here on stage. I should say you're going to demonstrate them, but at least you're going to help out. Welcome to the world of Cinemagic. If you want to take pictures, it's all presented by Eastman Kodak, so please do. Take all the pictures you want as long as they're not for commercial use. Flash is okay, video is okay. We do ask you not to use video lights or any continuous lights or lights that stay on for a couple of seconds. Don't use any of those. They do tend to interfere with some of the effects. Okay? All right, let's start by going back to the future. You remember Doc Brown's amazing atomic-powered car, don't you?
Are you telling me you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
Oh, talking about your turbos, this car could travel through time. And when Doc Brown said the DeLorean could really fly, well, he wasn't kidding. And getting all these shots was not easy. We had to use a lot of different kinds of DeLoreans to get all the shots for the DeLorean shots on the screen. Now, if you look over here, you'll see a, well, kind of a nice-looking DeLorean, right? Well, the truth is, this is not a real DeLorean. This is a fiberglass mock-up. It looks great, but it's just a shell. You can't drive it because it doesn't have an engine. You can, oddly enough, fly it, but only if you have the right equipment. And that would be either a crane or maybe even a forklift. Now, in some scenes, we couldn't use a full-size DeLorean at all. We had to cut to a pint-sized miniature. Highly skilled craftsmen built this incredibly detailed scale model. It's computer-controlled, and it cost $115,000. And here it is. Now, this miniature was filmed in front of a blue screen. That allows us to put any background we choose behind it. The sequence you're about to see up on the screen took weeks to prepare and 8 days to film with the help of a computer, all for only a few seconds on the screen. Of course, when you get exactly what you're looking for, it is all worth the effort. Well, let's see, we have Doc Brown, Jennifer, and Marty in the DeLorean here, right? Well, so it appears. The truth is that they're not really in a DeLorean. They're in the interior of a DeLorean. And that is mounted on a device called a gimbal. The gimbal creates the illusion of motion. We had some weather effects and lighting effects on top of that, and the illusion is complete. We're going to recreate that scene for you right here on our stage in a moment or two, but I've just been informed we need to find somebody to play Doc Brown. Daryl didn't quite make all the requirements. I said they were specific, and they're darn careful about that. Need to find somebody between 5'8" and 6'2". 100 to 200 pounds, between the ages of 18 and 50, not afraid of heights, and, well insured, I guess. Who'd like to be Doc Brown for us today? You want to give it a shot? You sure? You fit all those requirements, right? Okay, what's your name? Kenny, where are you from? Omaha, come on up. Hey, you guys like members of some secret organization or something? Oh, wearing these little yellow robes. What is that all about? Oh, they're going to take you back there. Okay, Kenny, thank you very much. And action. Start rocking that car nice and smooth up and down. Beautiful job. Jennifer is smiling in terror. That's right. All right, we're going to add some weather effects now. Some wind. Drive that car, Dustin. Wind, clouds, headlights to simulate traffic. A little bit of rain. Some windshield wipers. Oh, you're looking good. Look terrified, Jennifer. You should be terrified. Marty can't see over the steering wheel. Scream, Jennifer, scream! Or just laugh a lot. Either one. Good. Like it, cut it, print it. Beautiful job. Let's have a nice round of applause for our volunteers for helping us out today. Hey, thank you. Did a good job there. All right, have a seat down there in the front row and join your family later. How did those actors stay up in the air? Well, it was special effects. Now, okay, really, it was a truck. What appears to be hover power is actually horsepower supplied by a truck, but that's only in some scenes. In other scenes, Griff and his gang and Marty are held aloft by sturdy wires. Those wires are made invisible through the use of computer graphics. This time-consuming and expensive process actually scans every frame of film and then replaces the color of the wire with the color of the background, making the wires invisible. It's an amazing process. Here they are filming at Courthouse Square on the Universal back lot. As you can see, it's a good-looking set. They did a great job making this set look like the different time periods in Back to the Future. And of course, that took a lot of work. You'll recognize the different time periods in the movie, and of course, I'm sure you'll recognize the scene where Doc Brown, played by Christopher Lloyd, is on the tower trying to get those cables together before the lightning strikes so Marty can get back to the future. But guess what? That wasn't done out in Courthouse Square. The scene with Doc Brown was done inside a soundstage just like this. Because of a stage like this, we have better control over all the effects. Lighting, weather, and even sound. As we're about to prove with the help of Kenny. Hey! Oh, it's not Kenny. Kenny's, what, too tall? He's just not there. Oh, okay. Well, you know, it's one of those days. So, where are you from? Texas, okay, very good. All right, and you're going to be Doc for us today. Oh, these people up here. Okay, now listen, Doc, very simple scene now. As you probably know, the lightning is about to strike the clock tower in the middle of this big thunderstorm. And when the lightning strikes the clock tower, Doc has this cable rig, so it'll go down the cable, hit the DeLorean, and send Marty back to the future. But, problem is, of course, the cables come apart. So what you have to do is you have to put the cable together when I call action, all right? All right, from our camera's point of view, it looks like you're high above Courthouse Square. Let's start those weather effects. A little bit of wind, some clouds, some headlights to simulate traffic, a little bit of rain. Oh, you're looking good. Big thunder and lightning, that's all we need now. Okay, now plug it in there. There you go. All right, beautiful job. Now plug it in. You gotta plug it in, please. Don't wait. Oh man, I hate that when that happens. That's taller though, that's something. You know, ladies and gentlemen, the most important ingredient in any special effect is your imagination, so hang on to it. You're gonna need it again when you visit the magic of Alfred Hitchcock next. If you are a little frightened by the sight of blood on the screen, we are going to be showing you the Alfred Hitchcock scene from Psycho, the shower scene. It's in black and white. It's one of Alfred Hitchcock's most horrifying scenes. So if you'd like to not see that, it's all right. Stay here, and they'll come and take you to our third set, the final part, Harry and the Hendersons. Otherwise, take your belongings. We'll see you next door.
Sorry I didn't hear you in all this rain. You look cold and hungry. Like to come in for a bite to eat?
No, I tell you, they'll not be feeding their ugly appetites with my food or my son.
Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. The story of a young man and his mother. One of them being not quite, well, you know. Hi, I'm Anthony Perkins. As you may recall, I played the role of Norman Bates in what became the most famous of all of Hitchcock's films. Hitch was a master storyteller. He loved to make movies that would keep audiences in his total control. He would lead them down a path of expectations, only to suddenly send them off in an entirely new direction. This was known as the plot twist, and Psycho was its premier example. Now combine this with the photography, the editing, the soundtrack, and all the other technical elements. The final result was just as Hitchcock planned, to hear the audience scream.
Ooh. Scare you? Pretty good, I bet, huh? Now, Alfred Hitchcock was quite good at scaring people. He was a master of using the camera to create terror and suspense. He was systematic and calculating in his use of camera angles. Every shot was carefully storyboarded or drawn out long before he gathered his cast and crew here on the Universal Studios lot. By planning a series of images, Hitchcock was able to imply the violence in the scene and really leave it up to the audience's imagination. Now, when Hitchcock did the shower scene in Psycho, he built scaffolding around the shower set. Then he mounted his cameras in specific locations to get just exactly the shot that he wanted. Janet Leigh stood in the shower, being photographed from the many camera angles that Hitchcock had chosen, much as the cameras are picking me up right now. During the final stages of filming, I guess Hitchcock felt that Janet Leigh's performance was getting a little bit tired. So according to Hollywood legend, he wanted her to have that shocked expression on her face again. So he replaced the warm tap water in the shower with ice cold water from a refrigerator just to make sure that she was shocked. She was. Her performance, along with the chocolate syrup that was used for the blood going down the drain, were the only ingredients that Hitchcock needed to create a truly terrifying and memorable scene. So here it is, a scene that really shocked him back in 1960. So much so that many people actually stopped taking showers and started having themselves dry cleaned. Very scary scene. Remember, it's only a movie.
After all these years, well, I still find that scene a bit chilling. It's a classic Hitchcock. Hello, my name is Kim Novak. I did a film for Mr. Hitchcock called Vertigo. It also involved icy water. Despite the fact that I never learned how to swim, Hitch had me jumping into San Francisco Bay. Fortunately, I had Jimmy Stewart to rescue me. Alfred Hitchcock used an endless variety of tricks and techniques to create the illusion of reality in his films. For instance, when we made Vertigo, Jimmy's character is petrified of heights. So Hitch dreamed up an amazing effect that combined camera movement and model photography that gives the audience the dizzy sensation of vertigo. Hitch utilized all the known film techniques, and when those weren't enough, he developed new ways to create the illusions that he was looking for. A favorite trick was his use of blue screen or matte photography to create exotic, dangerous situations without ever leaving the studio in Hollywood. One of the best examples of this technique is here in Hitchcock's first American film, Saboteur. In the final scene, the handsome hero and the Nazi agent fight it out at the top of the Statue of Liberty, high above New York Harbor.
Come on, tonight.
They're really atop a full-size hand and torch on a soundstage. Scenes of New York Harbor were shot by a separate crew called a second unit and matted in with the scenes of the handsome hero and the evil villain hanging on for dear life right here in Hollywood.
Well, now, of course, it'd be far too dangerous to have Norman Lloyd and Robert Cummings up on the Statue of Liberty, so Hitchcock did it inside a soundstage, just like this. And if you look at the screen, you'll see how. Looks like Norman Lloyd's in for a big fall here, but the truth is he's not really falling, he's actually sitting in a chair. Yes. The only is a blue screen, and anywhere the camera sees that color blue, it replaces it with another background. Of course, it looks black on our screen. We're going to demonstrate this for you right now and give you a little better idea how it was done. We're going to do the scene just as Hitchcock did it many years ago, nearly 50 years, in fact, over 50 years ago. So we've got our volunteers in spot here now. Daryl, you're looking good there. Move, put your arms up like you're hanging on. Yeah, perfect. And move forward just a teeny bit, just a little bit forward. There you go. Now we're going to replace your background. You'll notice that Daryl is standing on a blue floor, right? So anywhere the camera sees that color blue, it replaces it with some other background. Whatever the director wants. We can put you into a variety of unpleasant situations, Daryl, but I think we're just going to have you hanging on the Statue of Liberty today because you're going to be the villain in the first part of the scene. So think villainous thoughts. I'm going to be with you in a moment. Now, when we come to you and I call action, I want you to pretend, act. You are the villain, you're hanging on the Statue of Liberty, you're about to fall off, you're looking up at the guy who's trying to save your life, but he's not going to be too successful at that. So be really terrified, okay? Now, for the person falling off, we're going to switch the villain duties over to Ken, who's going to do the big fall for us today. And Ken, you're going to be falling off the Statue of Liberty. That could be a little scary, so do look terrified. When the camera rig in front of you goes up, I want you to lie back, wave your arms, and kick your legs like you're falling. You saw how this blue screen effect works. Well, this is a blue screen, but we combine it, just as Hitchcock discovered how to do it. He combined it with a camera rigged to fly up away from the actors. So when we do that, and the camera goes up, Ken, it's going to look like you're falling. So I want you to lie back, wave your arms, and kick your legs like you're falling. And of course, you should look very concerned. Okay? All right. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen, for the final scene from Alfred Hitchcock's Saboteur. Today, and today only, starring Robert Cummings, Daryl, and Ken. And action!
I'll get you sleep.
Thank you, gentlemen. Good job.
And with that delightful bit of Americana, we reluctantly drop our curtain.
My mic is louder than yours.
It's done. We'll send it to the network. Believe me, they're boneheads. They'll never know the difference. Here we go. Ready?
Stay cool. There's nobody home.
Really now. Sneaks. Okay, you ready on the rate, Tom? Thunder. We're up to number 3. Big ground. You're gonna do this one again. Number 4. Are you watching the same thing we are? Okay. Sure. Just do anything. You're doing great. He's good at this. You're doing great too. You got a big solo coming up. Make BC proud. Here we go. And all right. Okay, that was terrific. Hang out right here. You're all done. Okay, you ready for the big roar at the end? Okay, the star is born. You're ready. That was the best crash box work. That was really good. Oh, a little more thunder, too. Okay, when that light goes on, it's your big break. Cut! It didn't? It didn't light up like that. Huh? You didn't turn on her cue. We have Forrest Gump in the booth today. All right, we'll do it again, okay? That was a rehearsal. It was not your fault. Hey, Charlie, you messed up the cue. Run it again.
No can do. The network called.
What?
We go live to the satellite in 1 minute.
Thank you. All right, look, run everything we did get. When we get to the roar, just punch up the mic and she gets to send her part out live, right to the satellite. Okay, everyone just turn around and watch the screen. You can watch too. I'll let you know when we get to the roar, okay? Here it goes. So good, huh?
Stay cool. There's nobody home.
This is great stuff. Watch the sneeze. You were great.
Yeah, it's another wet and rainy one out there tonight. We got reports of
It's like a hurricane. That was good. Teamwork over there. Put out. This is where I get to shine. the professional right here. Check out the door squeak. Yeah, 4 years of college for that. Tim Allen on Home Improvement. Oh, this is your big solo on the crash boxes. Watch this. This is great. Here it comes. Did you recognize yourself? Okay, you ready? All right, let's see. Grab the mic stand like that. That'll keep you centered. When the light lights up, and it better, just keep on roaring as long as the light's on. Okay, so stretch it out. It's about 4 seconds worth. Now, you guys, shh, very quiet. This is going live. Oh, great. Thanks for the spotlight. Like she needs more pressure down here. Okay, gotta stop. Sorry, right here, guys. Any second now.